So I'm looking, I just looked at the time on part 1 and it's 3 hours and 46 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a 3-hour meditation, 4-hour meditation. That's life. And then I hear some of you guys saying, you don't get it. We don't like anybody. We just want our tower built. So like it comes through. What I'm able to produce is also what you guys are desiring in life. So I'm trying not to look like crap. It's 1:30 a.m. and I would like to get this video done. All right. Share screen. Share. Okay. So the next world is Ruby. Now I brought up this one. I'm gonna try to get closer to the computer so I don't scream. So we can like hear, you can hear me and I'm not waking up my neighbor. Okay, so here we are with Ruby. Now we picked out the Ruby shape and it has the Seraphim Soul Star kind of engraved into it, but at an angle, and it's not symmetrical like a square. This is a very deep reminder that your soul is about action instead of meditation all day long. It's about what you can create or produce for the planet through the red ray of action, through the soles of your feet. This is the same one, the same crystal, and then you can see the Seraphim Soul Star in it. So that's the grid. So now we go City Yolk. And fill that in. And you might start seeing people lighting up their brains with, I would like to try a new, more nonviolent approach to life. So you're triggering their higher consciousness. And then here is the same. These are the same right here and right here. They're the same cut. It's the teaching, yay. And then we're gonna do the Hufflepuff temple or the Hufflepuff yolk. Coat it with ruby. And that's people waking up to their inaction. And I don't mean things not doing, like I'm not gonna knife rape, or I'm not gonna think about knife rape, or I'm not gonna do weird shit in the astral plane all day. So it's not about what you don't do in that component. It's what you don't do. Like, I'm not gonna go do my yoga for the day. I'm not gonna go free willy. I'm not gonna reach up to PETA. I'm not gonna join XR. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. And then it just adds up to one giant shit show. Or I'm not gonna take Khaleesi's Kabbalah class, or I'm not gonna produce my own, or I'm not gonna do my A&R books work. So that actually adds to karma. But you're gonna do 50 other things instead. It's like, I'm not gonna eat well. I'm not gonna juice. But I'm gonna go to McDonald's. Do you understand? That's insanity. It's much more effective if you figure out a good juicing schedule. All right. And then you do your proper workout daily. And then you're like, oh, I'm fine, well managed, well situated human. So for me, I'm going to do a blender 2 times a week of like fruits and some other stuff. And then once a week of actual vegetable juice. And then we eat well during the week. And that's enough. somebody's asking me how much I work out. Right now, I do about a 4 to 5 mile walk a day at the least. That's my bare minimum. Right now, and that was me dealing with all the gross stuff. Right now, I'm going to add my Sunday abs, a miniature version of my Wednesday absplosion, and then get on the yoga mat 3 times and do sun salutations, A and B, for the Ashtanga series. Just like, if I can do that a week, I'll be happy. And that includes a jog 3 times a week. That's good. That's good for me. And then my goal is to get to a 5-mile run plus the Ashtanga series. And then like a cardio bar workout on a Thursday. And this would be me at a normal athletic level. Wednesday absplosion, Sunday abs. That's like an after brunch series of a walk and ab workout. It's a gentle ab workout. And then Ashtanga yoga 4 days a week. That 3 or 4. Okay. Too much of anything and my brain goes crazy. Okay, Ruby on the world shell. So our psychodrama is like, my life exists behind a computer and writing those pages. That's my life. Or doing dishes. Okay. That's my life. Misty Copeland's life is at a ballet bar. So, and a real yogi, their entire life is on the mat. So it looks glamorous when you're not the one actively doing it. Just like Hollywood, just like creating a movie, okay? It looks glamorous. But the reality of it is so mundane. It's bizarre. And the same thing goes with the magic work. Like my life also exists in me emanating the same frequencies over and over, day after day. Cleaning up knife rapers. Oh, it's so not glamorous. Demon hunting. Ah, man. I can just imagine an FBI agent or law enforcement. It's paperwork and this working on one case for 3 or 4 or 5 years or a decade. That's not glamorous. I do the magic work because I love it. Okay, we're doing a good tower. The 4 towers, the crux, the circles, and then the yolk. We're getting better. Lucifer looks happy now. If I can ever make Lucy happy. Here we are with carnelian. Let's go with this sphere. This reminds me of Gryffindor lava honeycomb. On the home. On the city. To me, this is the lava to wipe out people's Bria, because they all are insane. They're all insane. They all think they're like angels or God or yeah, do you have any evidence of this? Thanks for stabbing me. Man. All right, so then we go lower. And then we go Hufflepuff Yolk. Okay. Then we got the Four Towers. You're going to see how the rest of the world just does not do really well. Okay, so do the world shell first. The Four Towers. And this is why the Western, like America, and I don't mean America like like Donald Trump America. I mean like MIT America, NASA, UCSD, Berkeley. Okay, so America and a lot of Hollywood still too are thinkers and writers and producers, thought developers. Okay. So they have more appropriate Boreatic energy than the majority of the world. I don't mean evolved, developed, European 100% green countries. We have zero waste, like Denmark or, okay, so no, I'm not referring to them. I'm referring to other. So Berkeley hippies that are progressive socially, that can also get a law degree at the same time. It's people like that. My little sister. Okay, make sure the crux gets filled with the 3 rings and the lava flow. I went to art school, so I have a very deep appreciation for the arts, including all performance arts and technological art development, 3D animation, storytelling devices. I have a deep appreciation for all of it, and none of it is like cut and dry, simple, like they're all morons. Like it's not. They're morons because they're not doing very good quality. and they're refusing to listen to deep, authentic spiritual teachers, and they're taking shortcuts and stuff. That's how they're morons. But they've lost the apprenticeship level of the art world, and now everybody thinks they're a fucking master. So in that capacity, they're morons. Instead of putting in the 20 years to develop an actual authority within the art community. Yeah. It's just, and that's also because the leaders abused it. So people like Sorkin and Spielberg and they don't create an educational system to funnel in amazing talent. They become reptile zombies and become feudal. I think I just said it. Like dead zones. Bye-bye. There goes their legacy. That's what STARR Fuentes does too. But like brick wall, nothing new. No, like so, but I'm still the authority. All right. Man. We're gonna stick with the same image here. Maybe we'll do that one. Somebody was asking me for the more concrete brick wall one, that where it looks like they're stacking in an appropriate way. All right, so Vanadinite. Yeah, that layered on your home. Man, this should dissolve. It just dissolves stuff. This is a very humbling crystal. In the city Yolk. Now in England, nobody's really allowed guns. And you can still feel the vibe that people want to shoot other people. And they're admitting it right now. That they're all crazy. They haven't done the proper cleaning, meditation, anger processing class, practice. I'm getting that junk out of me. Make sure it goes through the roots, the underbelly. And then we're going to do the Hufflepuff yolk. That's doing better. And almost good. Now do the world shell. And the 4 towers. And then get the crux. 3 circles. And then dump the rest of it over those circles. I'm starting to feel more like myself again. Get back to a balancing point. We'll restart the kids program when we hit Bina in October. That's when I'm allowed to do it, not before. So then all the crazy stuff will be cleaned off the planet. You don't want to talk about like knife rape with your toddler or even your 9-year-old. 10 at the earliest. God. The earliest. Oh my God. I'm going to have to figure out what we're going to do for the kids. Leave all the knife rape pages for when they actually hit 11. And then I don't know how to deal with that. We're going to figure it out. Okay. Here is the violet or the red flame aura quartz. We're going to see if it brings up knife rape again, like it did last time. Or if we have cleaned up the planet so much that it changed everything. I'm not feeling I'm not feeling it like I was before. So we've done a significant cleaning. What it is gonna bring up is evil demon shit. You'll feel it. You'll feel the evil, like anything that's still in the demonic zone start to come through. And you just allow. You allow and you breathe through it, and then you surrender to God. Working on this deeper alchemy work is very challenging, especially with the lower selves. And you have to, I am taking the hardest hits so you guys don't have to do it as crazy as I do. But you guys still have all your own issues. And if you guys get too bad where you're attacking others, you just get confessed and then you go to a trial and you get your A&R marks, and then you're fine. And then you just appeal and you do your slava. So those are accidents and you're fine. But the deeper alchemy work requires deep levels of clearing. That's what's preventing all the real magic on the planet anyway. It's not our Christ selves that are preventing it. It's the psycho one. that was a sign for Lucifer. Like Lucifer's funny. So it's like it's not my icky selves that are not the problem. Man. Okay, so then we go the red flame through the red flame aura through the city Yolk. If you're having trouble balancing your shadow components still, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll throw you in more Hufflepuff eggs and lava, Gryffindor lava eggs. And ground and center you. You should also be reaching out to your lighter dragons or doing their paperwork. If you get too caught up in the shadow, You reach out to your higher level dragons or your females, the light females, and you realize, oh, they have more air or they have more fire, and that will purify whatever junk that's getting stuck and then wants to attack or self-harm or anything like that. And those dragons know how to deal with it. Oh. Or you write your own demon and hell pages. And then there's that for your own clearing. There are 100 solutions. Or the evil pages. Simple. All right. Hufflepuff Yolk, Red Flame Aura. And then we're gonna go the lower part of the Hufflepuff Yolk and then the world shell. And then the towers, and then the crux, and the 3 rings. It looks like there was already this grid on the planet. And then the yolk. It's nice when something catches on fire and other people help. Okay. Angel Aura. I'm feeling like that. That's our grid. Here in Geburah, we can still connect to all this unicorny magic. So that we remember where the light, even if we're like stuck in warfare games. And so we have the heart. It helps when you have dragons that are this color too, because then you go, yeah, Like they're light dragons. All right. And then the city yoke. This vibration is running all over the city, but it needs to go deeper into the root system, and it also needs to go through the air a lot better. You can see it in like the books and the unicorn stuffed animals and all the little glimmer and glitz through people. So funny. If we want to be angels, we just don't know how. Man. Okay, now Hufflepuff yolk, same thing. World shell. So many people around the world go, we did not know we were in an ascension. This is very troubling. Because it's been going on since 1980s pretty severely. If you look a lot of the new age art, it all looks like it's from the 80s. For a reason. Okay, we're gonna get those towers. We're gonna get the crux. All 4 towers, the crux, the 3 rings. All right. and then pour it on deeper and deeper. Now this helps clean up any of the knife rape if any of it was brought up. Red hematoid fire quartz. People like this one. I'm going to bring up another. The spheres are popping up quite a lot. We can leave this. I just want to know. Red hematoid fire quartz, lighting up both sides of your brain. Most spiritual people like Hesed, but they do not like Geburah because they're lazy. And so this helps to balance them. So Kelly's not lazy. And you still have to do some of this Gryffindor work to even get into Ravenclaw. And then I'm hearing nobody balances their brain anymore. It's pretty troubling. Okay, City Yolk. That's pretty good. Next is the Hufflepuff Yolk. We're getting that one. And then we got the World Shell. And then we get the 4 towers going down. Get the crux. Get the 3 rings. And then get the center of that yolk and then just pour it on. This one felt a little knife rapery also the last time. So we're gonna make sure that we're okay. We're gonna clean it up with the strawberry quartz, so don't worry about it. Yes and no. Red star sapphire. And then the city yolk. Now this is a very good and important grid for people. It will help them find their own self hero, where they become their own star for their own life and really begin to develop their own sense of independence from the matrix. So this is the jaguar self. So these activations, by putting it on the city yoke, will be incredibly important for their journey in the long run. And the jaguar is a very important totem for Gryffindor. Jaguar likes to battle the snake. That's correct. But also, it's the maturity of Bagheera in the Jungle Book. It's the ability to master the underworld. And make sure that goes through the roots quite nicely. This one's hard to like layer on or coat on. It's a very weird crystal to paint. You kind of want to keep it in like the star ruby or the star sapphire format. You don't really know how to put it through the blender. Get it through the Hufflepuff yolk. That's better. Through the bottom. And then we go through the world shell. And then we do it through the towers, 4 towers going down. And then we do it at the crux. All right. Red diamond. So the teaching coming through with this red diamond is mastering this perfect square and finding the not boringness in the perfect square or the perfect cube. It's like more brick teaching. But that's the diamond of Geburah. Shocking. Perfect form. A house, if it's not built in like a proper, unless it's a Frank Gehry house, okay? But a house without the perfect symmetry has lopsided walls and like collapses. So there needs to be, in life, you need to master squares and bricks and basics. You need to master the basics, like the first 4 elements. You guys, we need to master them. That's the other teaching. And Geburah feels just like Malkuth at the end of the day. Back to your body. The only problem with Geburah is that you're under attack. Malkuth, you're not under attack. There's a difference. So the city Yolk. I'm feeling a lot of people wanting to get these the humbling lessons of learning how to master the basic square. All right, that really resets the planet. Just doing the city.
And then we're going to go ahead and do the Hufflepuff yolk. So gross, so gross. I feel like I'm a zit being popped daily. 5 times a day. And then we're going to go ahead and do the world shell. Those towers going below and the crux. And the 3 circles. And then the yolk, just more, just yolk. We're almost at the end. Just a couple more. It's my favorite. Let's look at that slush. Strawberry sludge. Strawberry quartz. Strawberry sludge of the universe. Pour it on. It's like a smoothie. It tastes like it too. It's just strawberries and ice and cream or whole milk, and then you got the straw. It's so easy to go down.
It's not like juice. Maybe there's strawberry. Strawberry banana smoothies are not that easy to go down. Strawberry is easy to go down. Old school. For some people, strawberry banana can. Some people. All right, strawberry quartz. Man, this is just like love. You know, it feels like Charlie. I get really excited with the strawberry quartz. It's almost like the Vonadonite, but better. You know, it feels like an icy, but maybe not cold. I don't like any of these pictures down there. That's an interesting one. That's the picture we have up. These are good. These are decent pictures. Excuse me. All right, the city yolk. Maybe this might make people decent. Strawberry quartz. So one of Elijah's only selves that I actually truly like kind of feels like strawberry quartz. And it's his Archangel Sandal Fawn self, but not the Bueller dipshit one. It's it's the one that will blend in with the land and the environment and people, where I'll be up in the air 5 layers, 50 layers high, because I'm Hermione and I have to be smart and arrogant. Okay. So I have to think like 5 million steps ahead. He's like cool with everybody. And he has no judgments. And he can just like love and blend. And it's kind of charming and delightful. It's the only reason why I'm like, yeah, I can yeah, I can clean up your knife rapery selves that are psychos. Cause then like the if you could be the real Archangel Sandalphon like that in life, like so it feels like strawberry quartz. Yeah, I'll go demon hunt your psychos. The psychos within. Or Archangel Sandalphon's very good with people. even if they're confessed muggles. And maybe he can get like 50 people to convert. Stuff like that. And that's why he sits on Malkuth. It doesn't mean he is Malkuth. So he's not supposed to be a confessed muggle, but he can definitely vibe with all of them. And then I'm uptight as shit. And then I sit on Geburah. It's not the same. Strawberry quartz through the city. And then somebody says, it's the difference between Kali and Shiva. Kali goes psycho. And Shiva will just lay on the ground in front of her. Go, I'll calm you down. Because he's so chill. And she's so uptight because she has 500 million things to do. And then we go Hufflepuff yolk, and then fill that in with strawberry quartz. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill in the world shell. You guys can meditate on this as much as you want. This isn't like, I mean, it could be just a one-time filler. But when you do the 8th house work, you're gonna get daily assignments where you're doing about 15 minutes a day of filling up a planetary nexus system. And strawberry quartz will be on that list, even for Malkuth. So know that. And then we have the crux in the middle and the 3 spheres. And then we put the stuff in the middle. And the yolk in the middle. Layer it on one more time. It feels so good. Actually, the vibration of Petoskey stones is shockingly a lot like the strawberry quartz. It's a soft vibration instead of psycho or sharp. So go ahead and fill in your home with that. It also has a sense of the maturity charm from McGonagall. So it has the same colors. It starts to put healthy boundaries between you and others. Maybe they'll become more self-aware of their own issues. I'm looking at my issues / my shoes, my shoes. And I'm looking like, what are my issues in life? I have these like Nike trainers and they have that air pocket. They're just too clunky. I like my Skechers that are ninja shoes, but those fall apart too fast. And you know why? Because they get used really, really harshly, because they're ninja shoes. So those are my issues in life. Like I'm a ninja, but then I fall apart. Seriously. I get worn to death, beat to death. That's my issue. And so when I have no more issues is when the planet looks like Pandora and I can walk outside without any shoes all day long forever. And that's when I know I have no more issues. Oh God, it's a great spiritual teaching. Because I'll have so much magic and we'll be on the planet that's like heaven. Garden of Eden again. Okay, so let's put this, that gives you a really good perspective of how much work we have to do in front of us. In case you want to check out and go, I hate this. Well, you're going to be stuck in it until we get through it. Okay, so now I like the Petoskey stones also because they're soft and it's like walking on a pebbled beach. Not those ones. Those ones don't look as soft, but those. You could walk on them and not get hurt, possibly. All right. Now, City Yolk. And then you hear, nobody knows how to live with each other in a city. That is correct. There's litter everywhere. There are drug dealers on a street corner next to a millionaire. The whole thing is insane. So this is actually a more appropriate unity consciousness grid. So this guy is not a millionaire and this guy is not a drug addict. You see, like they're more unity level, and that's more the Navi people. So this guy might have a singing talent, and this guy might have an acting talent, and this guy isn't some rock star with this guy starving to death on a street. So it's a pretty embarrassing society we live in. But then there's the other component, that this guy isn't doing 80 hours of work a week and this guy's doing 2. And this guy isn't littering all over the place and this guy isn't picking up everything. It's a pretty big teaching for the dragons. So like Hades, all right, does a huge amount of work for the planet, and the dragons reward him appropriately. So Hades is seen as this guy, and then Lucifer is seen as this guy. Seriously. And Hades does this huge grid, and then here's Gracie coming along, and it's simple, and they all have a sense of respect for each other. So Hades is the third in command, and Lucifer might not do all the same work that Hades does, but Lucifer did all the psycho stuff. And went Hermione on crack level. All right. So, and then Charlie does something else. Man. Now let's get the Hufflepuff Yolk. And then Moira. Moira's always afraid to be left behind, so I always make sure she's in my first initial group for the most part. If she's not in the first 5, she's in the first 15. Because Moira takes care of all the kids. She's very sensitive. She has a very big job. But because she's not glamorous like the other ones, sometimes she gets ignored, and that's not good. And then there's Alizarin, and Alizarin does all the warrior work. He's like in command. So Moira is a purple dragon. And she takes care of the kid dragons, but she takes care of the kids. Like when we put them in the dragon eggs to help them mutate into their spiritual selves. She's the keeper of kids and keys at Sora or Hogwarts. So she's like Hagrid. She's the Hagrid. So it's probably very similar to how Hagrid feels, like always possibly being left behind or looked down on. She's not cool. And she's a purple dragon instead of one of the hell dragons or the white confessor dragons. So there's that. If you feel like there's a part of you that's like Moira, there's a reason. So I do my best to make her important. She needs it. She is like Lily Sobieski's character in Never Been Kissed. She's that character. So the weird nerdy girl that shouldn't be left behind ever. All right. And then that got through on the underbelly. Now we make sure we get it through the world shell. So Charlie is afraid that I'll leave him behind. Like I've only left Charlie behind once for like a millisecond, maybe a lifetime. Okay, so like I don't leave Charlie behind, but I've left Moira behind. And it's not good. It's stupid. And it's just how much capacity does my brain have for love or intelligence? Does my brain short out? And why is it shorting out on Moira? Especially when she has a very important job to do. And then get the Podolsky through those towers. And then the central crux. And the 3 rings. And then pour it on. Let's read one fun fact about Petoskey stones. I'm hearing do them all. I don't know anything about these stones. Other than you find them in Michigan on the shores. The skeletons of once living organisms, these corallites. It's fossilized coral, hexagonal. So this is, there's a component that it has another salviohexia on it, but also that it's at the core of all existence. So it's fossilized coral. That gives us a nice transition. And for the world of Jedi, we have the con site. We're gonna place it with red tiger eye. Oh my God. Red tiger eye. Charlie's really happy about this one. He mostly does the brown. We have a good anti-knife rape grid on the tiger eye, actually. All right. So when I went to the House of Intuition, I would get candles there constantly to do my magic and witchcraft, whatever. And I would always look at the stones. And I find that I learn from people better, or I learn more about the stones when I would go and ask randos, what's your favorite stone and why? Because people have unique favorite stones, and then they know like 500 things about that stone that are not written down anywhere. And then you find out that they're true. So I asked this girl what her favorite stone was, and she goes, red tiger eye. I go, why? She goes, do, action, action, action. Get into action. Like, if you want to get something done, red tiger eye. And it was so simple, and it stuck with me forever. So we're gonna take red tiger eye. We're gonna layer it. And that's in for our world of Jedi. Because we did the con site at the bottom. Do you see how I say con site instead of con I shall say? It will never, it's just Kansei. Beautiful. All right, so here we are. Red tiger eye. What do I need to do? Like, just do it. Stone of stimulation. Do you see that? That it's the same teaching. The just do it stone. If you ever read Yes Please or listened to Amy Poehler speak about the difference of imagining yourself doing something or you're actually doing it, like there's a difference between the art of doing and the art of thinking about doing. Some people are thinking about doing this Kabbalah program. And I'm just like, I'm thinking about getting on my yoga mat this week. And maybe I will. I would like to get back to that. So that's what the red tiger eye is for. It's to get over my thinking about it and my start just doing it. And then we put it through the city Yolk. And then they're all like, we need to not be doing anything. All we do is do. We need spiritual lessons in life. Okay, so that's the difference between me and them. And it's probably the difference between you guys. Because if you're smart and you're spiritual, you need to be doing. And if you're dumb and undisciplined or untrained, then you shouldn't be doing anything because you just create a giant turd mess. That you need to be listening and being educated before you do. So maybe we code their tiger eye grid in stimulation towards meditation. And that might be why it's in the higher planes, in the world of Jedi, instead of the lower worlds. And for some of us, the world of Jedi is a lower world. So gross. That's really gross. That's how you really know a nerd. Jedi. That's just another layer of hell. It's just gross. From the bottom of the clip of Jedi feels like a Wonderkin world. But from the world of like H God, Jedi is nothing. Man. Okay, in the Crystal Yolk Temple, You still fill it with the underbelly. Don't worry. We're creating jawbreakers here. And in the Hufflepuff Temple, a lot of those people definitely needed the red tiger eye. So it's mostly the Londoners that don't. And there's a reason. All right. Now we do the world shell. And it towers. And the crux. And the 3 circles. And then pour on that yolk. Oh, gross. All right. Some of you are going, can we fill up the ocean first? So we'll bring that up. Let's go ahead and fill up. We have to do our home towers. So let's do our home tower first. It feels like a soft, it feels very much like strawberry quartz, but a different essence. It's a nice finisher after the red tiger eye. It kind of eats up any remaining knife, right? It goes on very smooth. If you feel like it's still bringing it up, you need ones that are like that color. That color. That rust, the rust colored. That will clean it out nicely. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones because you can see Charlie in the clouds. There is nothing like getting to see your own dragon in the moss agate piece. Man, I forgot about this one. Dragon magic, yeah. Man, when you understand how holograms work, and you know that Charlie's the guy. Charlie's the dragon on the cover of the Dragon Magic book. All right, that's Thaumael. That's why it feels like a hell dragon book. That's not Lucifer. That's Charlie. That's like the king of the dragons. Thaumael. All right. Then you have Lucifer's toothless or something else. The great black dragon below. He's not even mentioned in the book. That's how pathetic it is. um, and you realize moss agate is one of the first dragon crystals you're supposed to buy. And then you understand how the hologram works. And then you see a picture of Toothless flying in the sky, and it looks just like this piece of moss agate. And you go, these aren't accidents. These are projections coming from the dragons to be manifested into the physical. And it's kind of, oh, it's alarming, but amazing at the same time. We do this city. That's my favorite anti-knife rape one. And we might start feeling really tapped out. Like you can't even run any more energy. Maybe you're doing really well and I'm going to start filling the oceans with the coral. And filling the land with these. Hufflepuff. And I'm going to end all of this. The crystal yolk. We're going to make sure you get the good world shell. Again, crux. That's all filled in pretty nicely. I'm going to end this crystal yolk on this note. At the end of the day, is STARR going to say that I stole all of this too? Charlie and the moss agate as a dragon magic crystal coming from a book that she has never recommended. With a dragon she's never talked about. With teachings she's never introduced to me in the last decade. And yet she owns the fucking galaxy. Oh my God. Culliran out.